Now, let's talk about what happens when I get the appointment, and I do 99. By the way, if they fight me and fight me and fight me and fight me, the one way I always get the appointment is I just say to the for sale by owner, ma'am, if I had somebody that wanted information on your property, would you allow me to give it to them? Well, I guess that would be okay. Well, great. What time can I come over and pick that information up? Oh, I'll get the appointment. 99.9% of the time, I'll get the appointment. Now, what happens when we get there? Let's talk about the do's and don'ts of the actual for sale by owner appointment, because you're quickly going to discover getting the appointment is the easy part. The tough part is what to do when I get there. So let's talk the don'ts first. Ladies and gentlemen, don't take anything with you when you go over. See, I'm going over to the property strictly to do what? To have a look at the property. I'm not interested in talking to them about listing at this time. All I want to do is have a look, find out are they motivated, find out if I could sell it, find out if I could work with this person. Then I'm going to put my program into effect. So if I'm not coming over here to do anything but to see your house, why would I need anything? If I show up at your doorstep with my listing presentation, my computer, 16 things like this, you know I lied. And I'm never going to have an opportunity to establish a working relationship. So don't take anything with you. Take a legal pad. Let them see that what you have is just a blank piece of paper that you're going to take notes on. What's the second don't? Don't discuss price, terms, or condition of the property. See, it's a trap. They're looking to trap you. They're looking to wheel you in, and one of the things they're going to say to you is, well, what do you think of the price? It's a trap. Because, ladies and gentlemen, first off, the one thing you got to know is every for sale by owner you're going to see is going to be overpriced. I haven't met one yet that wasn't asking more for their property than it was worth. So if I go out there now and this young man says to me, well, what do you think of the price? And I go, it's ridiculously high. Well, I'll never have a chance now to work with him and establish an opportunity for me to show him how I can get the property sold. What's my other choice? To say, oh yeah, price seems great to me. Well, that's even worse, because now when I do get a chance to sit down with them, I am tied to that price. So the only answer, by the way, when they say to me, what do you think of the price? I look at them, I say, sir, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you wanted me to talk about the marketing of your property. As I said, I just came over here to take a quick look at it. Why don't I do this? I'll go back to the office, put together the information on what buyers are paying for your property, and I can bring that back this evening, or would tomorrow be more convenient? See, I'll allow them to give me the opening for the listing. I didn't come over here to talk about it. I just came over here to take a quick look at your property. And that's why so many agents have trouble, because they lie. They say things like, yeah, I have a buyer, I want to come over here. There's no need to lie, which, by the way, write that down. Don't ever lie. You don't need to lie. That's a great thing about what we do. I call up a for sale by owner, and they say to me, do you have a buyer? Well, I don't know. Couldn't tell you that till I see the house. I don't have to lie. I don't have to say yes. I just go, well, I don't know. Couldn't tell you till I see the house. That's what I love about what we do. There's no tricks here. Everybody thinks I'm some kind of magician. There's no tricks. The trick is to tell the truth. That's what most people have a hard time doing. What other don't? Well, I already said don't discuss price, don't discuss terms, don't discuss condition either. Oh, and here's the biggest don't of all. Don't ooh and ah your way through the property. Oh my gosh, here's the way, if you can imagine this, ladies and gentlemen, here you are. You go out there to see the for sale by owner property, and you start walking through doing this. Ooh, ah, ooh, that's so nice. Oh, I love what happens in their mind? The price goes up. See, here's a correlation. Here's what you say, ooh, they go ching ching, ah, ching ching, ooh, ching ching, ah, ching ching, ooh, ching. And that's what it's like as you're walking through the house. You're driving the price up. Do not ooh and ah, ladies and gentlemen, as you're walking through that property, because you're just making things difficult for yourself. Okay? Now what do? There's just one big do. Do ask these 5 questions. These are the don't miss for sale by owner questions. Number 1, why? Yeah, why are you trying to sell it yourself instead of using the services of a professional? Very simple. Why are you trying to sell it yourself instead of using the service of a professional? I need to know, ladies and gentlemen, I need to know. Are they trying to save the commission? Did they have a bad experience? Do they have a... Why are they trying? Question number 2, how long? My experience has been, Mr. and Mrs. for sale by owner, that people who would try to sell their home themselves establish a time limit in their mind of how long you're going to try. Would you mind sharing with me how long you folks are going to try? Question number 3. What are your plans if it doesn't sell? Oh, it's such an important question. What are your plans if it doesn't sell? All FSBOs think it's going to sell, by the way. Never met a FSBO yet that didn't look at me and go, oh, it's going to sell. And they're all so sure it's going to sell because their homes are special. Oh, they're so special. You have such a special home. And because of that, they're all sure of 2 things. A, it's going to sell, and B, it's going to sell fast. Sure, doesn't work out that way. But when I say, how long are you folks going to try? They say, till it sells. Well, what are your plans if it doesn't sell? Well, it's going to sell. Well, I understand that, but worst case scenario, if you folks aren't able to sell it, what are you going to do? Well, we'll take it off the market, we'll rent it, we'll list it, whatever, but I need to know. 4th question, have you had any written offers? Don't ask them if they've had anybody interested, ladies and gentlemen, because all FSBOs think that those people that came through the open house 3 weeks ago and left to go home to think about it, they're still sitting there thinking about it. Well, those people have long bought another house, but those FSBOs don't know that. So I don't ask them if you have anybody interested. I ask you, do you have any written offers? Because if you haven't had a written offer, you don't have anybody interested. Let's just be clear. Now, I'm all finished and I'm ready to leave, and this is where we have trouble. Because I've asked 4 of my 5 questions, and now you're all looking at me like, well, where's the 5th question? And this is where you have trouble. See, if I only came over here to see your house, how do I get from I only want to see your house to, gee, let me list? So what happens is I get to the door and I do one of these, why don't I do this? I could go back to the office and I could put together a CMA, that's a comparative market analysis, and I could bring that back tonight along with 2 hours of my stuff from my company, and I could show you what I could do for you. And they're like looking at you like you're from a different planet. So ladies and gentlemen, when you get to the door, you turn to the people and you do the Columbo close. You all know Columbo. Columbo goes to leave, and as the suspect is so sure they've gotten away with murder, Columbo always turns back and goes, one more question. Well, folks, here's your one more question, and it's the best question of all. What's more important to you? Not paying a commission or putting the most money in your pocket? Well, ladies and gentlemen, any seller is interested in the money. So what is more important to them? Not paying a commission or putting the most money in your pocket? Well, putting the most money in my pocket. So my follow-up question is, so if I can show you how working with me can actually help you accomplish that goal of putting the most money in your pocket, would you be interested in hearing about it? Folks, it's not a matter of whether they can do it themselves or not doing it themselves. It's a matter of can they put the most money in their pocket. And somebody says to me, I'm not interested. I go, you're not interested in putting the most money in your pocket? Oh, no, we're interested in that. Great. When can we talk about it? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it works because it makes sense. What is more important to you? Not paying the commission or putting the most money? They think it's the same thing. Well, isn't it the same thing? Absolutely not. And if I can show you, ma'am, how it's not the same thing, would you see any disadvantage in hearing about it? Great thing to say. Would you see any disadvantage? Well, how in the world would there be some disadvantage in you getting information that you need to make an intelligent... You are interested in making an intelligent decision, aren't you? Well, sure. Would you see any disadvantage in the hearing? How you could actually make more money? Now, everybody asks me, Bill, how do we do that? Folks, I'm going to share with you the best close in the real estate business. This is it. You will make more money using this close than anything else in the industry if you learn how to do it right. See, ladies and gentlemen, that was appointment 1 with the for sale by owner. Appointment 2 is when I come back to now show them how it is that I can help you make more money.